subscribe to our channel of Like Fluid. After a longer than planned break and the technical difficulties, yes, we are returning to Japan and Tennis Ace. We had a few issues. Basket had to update Renpai, and of course that breaks all the saves. It'd been a while since I played, so I had absolutely no idea what choices I'd made, and I didn't have time to work all that out before last week, which is why you got the smoke room. But I think I've made all the same choices. I'm not too sure about one or two of them, but when I was skipping through, Shoichi has met up with his mum, so I think we're on the right track here. But if anyone wants to go and look up the videos, feel free. I didn't really have the time. And Tennis Ace will be back in the regular rotation. For those who are wondering, I'm still doing a few things where I'm trying to reach the end of the current builds for a few VNs. So I'll be working on that over the next month or two, and then seeing what comes out. But Tennis Ace will be not every month, maybe every month, maybe every third month. We'll see how it goes. We'll definitely fit it in and keep following the story. Now, those of you who are new to Tennis Ace on the channel, we're doing Shoichi's route, and we are, I think, just about to go to day 31 on this video. I think it's day 31, so it'll just be one day getting caught up. That's what I have to say. If you want to check the other videos, it's probably your best bet to get caught up on the story if you're not that into it. I really haven't got the time to go through the whole thing, but let's stop yapping and get into it. Inside the already overwhelmingly hot house during the middle of summer, a sweltering heat circles around the kitchen. Nothing can be heard aside from the sound of the knife repeatedly hitting the chopping board, as well as the sizzle of the myriad pots and pans being used. There are things being fried, grilled, boiled, broiled, roasted, among others. I'm preparing 3 different main dishes: karaage, tonkatsu, and some West-inspired steak au poivre. Along with those, there's egg salad, pasta salad, white rice, egg fried rice, rice cakes, and potato croquettes. To top it off, I have 2 different types of cakes in the oven. Some basic castella cake, as well as a gingerbread cake I've wanted to try and make for a while now. With all of that taken into consideration, it is fairly simple to say that I am freaking out. First thing I see when I step downstairs to my room is this. Man, this is getting really familiar by now. What do you mean? What's got you this time? Exams? Upcoming tournament? Had a fight with someone? Is it that obvious? That you're one step away from losing your mind? Yep. I just wanted somewhere to distract myself. Get off my case. Who are you even cooking for? Are we feeding the self-defense forces or something? Yeah, I didn't think that far. We're going to be eating leftovers for days. Yeah, we just might be. And yet, you're not letting go of the knife. Would you please stop chopping? I already got started on this dish. I can't leave it half finished. What are you even making? Do you need a full list, or... Never mind. I think I'm good. What's going on? There's no way I can tell him without also letting him know about Shoichi and I being a couple. After all, even though we've been dating for a while now, due to how busy we usually are, we haven't really had any proper dates so far. Or, actually, none really come to mind. Shoichi is always a huge stickler for doing things the proper way. If we're just hanging out together like usual, you completely refuse to acknowledge it as a date. The end result is that, for most of the time, it feels like absolutely nothing has changed between us. We mostly still talk and joke around like we did when we were just friends. It's just that 1% of the time where... Hello? Tuaniki, are you listening? Oh, sorry, I got distracted. Seriously, what's going on with you this time? I'm just nervous, that's all. Uh-huh. Nervous for completely unexplained reasons. That's not suspicious. I don't owe you a detailed report on my life. And yet when it's me, I owe you one. Yes, that's what we call being a child. I am an adult. You are the child. It's not a hard concept to understand. Don't talk down to me like I'm 5. Honestly, I miss the time when you were 5. You were so much cuter back then. Although you didn't like me at all back then. Are you seriously not going to tell me what's going on? You do catch on fast. I'll kick you. Good luck with that. Pretty sure there was this much distance between us, I'd outrun you real easy. I may not be the fastest runner, but at least I don't have tiny legs. Don't look at me all smug like that. What? Me? Smug? I'm never smug. You know what? Do whatever you want, I don't care. I'm going to play a game. Oh, don't be so cold. Stay here with me. What the hell do you want from me? Do you want to talk to me or not? Yeah, I don't know. Die. That's harsh. That is way too harsh. Who are you learning this kind of stuff from? Don't talk to me like that. And stop wasting my time. Either talk or don't. Don't keep bugging me while begging me not to leave. Excuse you, I'm not begging. I just don't know how much I should or shouldn't tell you. On the one hand, I feel like my relationship with Shoichi is at a point where I might as well start telling people about it. It certainly would be nice not to have to tiptoe around Aki. I talk to him so often that constantly having to police myself on what I do or don't tell him is exhausting. On the other hand, I have no guarantees they wouldn't go right to Hitaka and tell her about us. I mean, I never known him to be so stupid about boundaries, but then again, I hadn't known he'd been spying on me or reporting to her until recently. Not knowing what to do, I bite my lip, my hand stopping for the first time since I started cooking. Being indecisive has always been a flaw of mine, but rarely is it as annoying as it is today. I want to tell him, but I also don't want him to know. My brain goes around in circles over the subject and I end up saying nothing. I'm going back to my room. Oh, wait. Either tell me something or don't. Don't keep bugging me if you're just going to stare at me without saying a word. Yeah, it's not like I don't want to tell you. It's just complicated. I don't know how to go about it. Well, from the start might be nice. I also don't know if I should tell you at all. You're such a headache sometimes. Excuse me for wanting to be careful. I think you're confusing careful with afraid. What are you, a shrink? Don't try to analyse me. I already get enough of that from my friends at large. Just leave me to myself. I'll work through it on my own. Yes, after you told me multiple times not to leave because you wanted me to stay around. I don't want you to leave, but that doesn't mean I want to tell you about Shoichi and me either. Maybe I'm holding myself to too high a standard. Gathering the strength to ask Saya-chan for advice was already way too much for a single weekend. I've earned the right to be secretive for a little while longer. Yeah, that sounds convincing enough. I'll go with that. Just be a bit patient with me. I'm trying to work through it. It's hard. Fine, it's not like I care to know all that much. Okay, now that sounded really cold. Kind of bothers me a bit. Make up your damn mind. I'm trying to, okay? This sort of thing is hard. I can never tell how much is too much information, or is appropriate to share. This whole thing is new territory for me. Shoichi was a really close friend for so long, almost like a brother to Aki and me. Would he find us dating weird? Even if he didn't, I'm still not sure how the dynamic is supposed to work. The fact that we're so close makes it easier in parts, but also much more difficult in others. Maybe that's just an excuse I'm telling myself so I don't have to think too hard about it. I swear to God, my brain is exhausting sometimes. Look, I'm trying... Suddenly a knock echoes from the front door, causing mine and Aki's attention to snap to it. Are you expecting someone's visit or something? No, not really. I was actually going to leave as soon as I finished baking these cakes, so it's not like I invited anyone over. Is it one of your friends? Doubt it. They know to message me first before dropping by. Otherwise I kick them out. Seriously? You're way too young to be this much of a grouch. Can you act like a normal kid your age, for crying out loud? Hang on, I'll go check who it is. With nothing else but a single nod from me, Aki disappeared into the entrance hallway. The sound of the door sliding open echoed from down the hall, followed by a gasp. Shoichi-ni? What? Shoichi? What is he doing here? Come on, be cool, Hector. Don't let him see you nervous. One look around this kitchen, anyone can tell that I'm nervous. Ah, not good. Sure enough, less than a minute after his presence was first made known to me, Shoichi appeared from the doorway. He looked about the same as always, dressed in his favourite shirt and shorts. Except he had some kind of bag around his shoulder. Aki followed closely behind him, smiling from ear to ear. Good morning. I thought I'd pass by. Wait, what the hell is this? Shoichi's eyes go wide for a second, looking around the mess that I've made with a mix of horror and bewilderment. Who are you cooking for? Why is there so much food? I need a distraction. From what? You don't get to ask me that question. You should know already, you stupid husky. Hey, Shoichi-ni, how come you're here? Sorry, I got sidetracked. Well, Hector and I agreed to go out together today, so I thought I'd drop by a bit earlier than usual to say hi. Then we could go out together instead of meeting somewhere. Don't just drop by and announce. That's not good for my heart. I really didn't want you to see this mess. Well, as you can see, Aniki's kind of in the middle of something. Yeah, I can tell. That is so much stuff, holy crap. He said he was nervous. Nervous, huh? Aki. What? Why are you calling my name out like that? It's true, you literally said that to me. That's not the point, just be quiet. Oh. Don't look at me like that. Oh, how very cute. Stop that! You stop that right now! This isn't good for my heart. This so isn't good for my heart. Oh, Aniki, your face went super red. Yes, I am aware. Just shut up, you. Alright, you heard your brother, Akiku. Let's not go into his case too much right now. Oh. Shoichi walks to a nearby counter, me making sure to keep watch over him with the corner of my eyes, to make sure he doesn't try to be funny. Instead, I see him grab a nearby dishcloth. In a move that leaves my mouth agape, Shoichi starts cleaning up after me, getting rid of any stains or spillovers on the kitchen counters and cabinets. What are you doing? I'm cleaning it, can't you tell? Yeah, of course I can tell. My point is, why? Oh, why not? You're clearly busy. If I can help, then why wouldn't I? You don't have to trouble yourself. It's no trouble. I'm already an expert homemaker on my own anyway. What? You live on your own for a few months every year and that makes you an expert homemaker? Strong words from the kid that is standing around doing nothing. Oh dear, so often I see Aki try to sass Shoichi of all people, but that one didn't work out for him at all. Niki, don't you dare laugh. Sorry, Oh man. In no time flat, Shoichi has finished cleaning up the entirety of the kitchen counters, moving on to any dishes or bowls that were used and not yet cleaned. He's pretty fast with this sort of thing. I have to give it to him. Everything he touches is soon left sparkling clean. Dishes, silverware, assorted utensils. Perito, where do you want me to put this? Oh, the cabinet to your left where we keep the other bowls. Just stack it on top of them. Oh, got it. He really is efficient. I thought the same back when we had that party with Akihiko-san, but Shoichi is fairly good at these kind of repetitive tasks. This sort of thing that will quickly leave me bored and fidgety, so I might be guilty of cutting corners here and there to get it done sooner. Of course, in a scenario like that, the results would really speak for themselves. Shoichi's always been good at repetition, though. Whether he does something once or 100 times, he puts the exact same level of care into it all. Come to think of it, I've always been the ideal sportsman. Granted, with him that level of effort is always necessary just to keep up with everyone around him. But at the same time, that kind of work ethic is hard to find. I've always been guilty of looking for ways to slack off doing the boring, repetitious stuff. Be it practice, cleaning, homework, I get sick of all of it real fast. Well, I'm done with these. Is there anything else you need cleaned? Just a sec, I'm about to finish frying this. Can I ask you to take care of the skillet after? Oh sure, it's not a problem. Be careful, the oil is really, really hot. Yes, I am aware. I'm not stupid. Yeah, I never said you were. Just don't want you burning yourself. You know. Aki, who's been quietly watching through all of this, finally speaks up, drawing attention back to him. I even got he was in the room for a second there. I'm not really sure how to put it, but you two seem a bit different. Different? How? Different in the way you talk to each other and all. Did something good happen? Huh? Why did he look right at me when he asked that? I suppose you could say that. Shoichi? I see. I'm glad to hear. What are you two saying? It's very subtle, though. I wouldn't be surprised if other people didn't notice at all. I'm not imagining things, am I? He's beating around the bush, but he's definitely implying that... Oh, I'm glad to hear that too. I'd have been worried if it had been obvious. Nah, you're good. I've pretty much known for a while, though. Oh, what? You have? Maybe. We're... Are we actually talking about what I think we're talking about? Oh god, what is going on here? Well, I'm kind of curious. How could you tell? Mostly because of Aniki. Me? Aki nods. You don't usually care about what other people do or how they think of you. In spite of all that, you've been extra attentive around Shoichi needed lately. First time where he thinks of things or getting nervous when he's around. He also started studying a lot more. Has he really been acting like that? I'm kind of happy to hear it. This is a lot more embarrassing than I thought it would be. You shouldn't be embarrassed. It's not a big deal. Yeah, I think I remember you saying something like this before, but... My brain isn't going to let me relax until I'm absolutely sure, so... Can you just confirm to me? What exactly are we talking about here? Seriously? Isn't context enough for you? Context has let me down way too often in the past. I'd rather be sure. We talked about you and Shoichi dating for a while now. Right. That's what I thought we were talking about. You're an idiot. Shoichi walks past me while carrying a pile of utensils to stack away in another cabinet. He stops while doing so, quickly giving me a peck on the cheek before moving along with what he was doing. What? Aniki's face is really red. I know, I love it when he gets like this. What are you doing in front of Aki? What do you mean? He already knows. I don't want to try and keep it hidden when he's already said so. Not like it's the best kept secret ever either. See, you heard him. I will strangle you both. You know, how about we have lunch here? Really? You sure? I thought you said you wanted to eat out. Oh, it's true, I did say that. But look at the ridiculous amount of food in here. And if all of us had lunch and dinner in here, there would still be leftovers for days. I told him that too. Quiet, you. Besides, I don't know, I like this mood. Is it bad that I want to stick around for a bit longer? It's not like I'm saying we won't go out at all. We can just leave after lunch. Well, I guess it really would be a waste not to do something with all this food. Yay! How come you're so excited for lunch? Shoichi and he's always so busy, I don't get many chances to spend time with him. So you're basically going to be crashing our date? And again, I guess the date doesn't really start until we leave the house. Also, I'm not sure how to feel about Aki being so excited about Shoichi having lunch at home, but not really caring for me. Kind of feel a bit jealous for just how much you like Shoichi. Okay then, it's settled. Now you just have to invite me for lunch. Huh? Don't look at me like that. Etiquette is important. This is a date after all. Oh, wait, are you saying the date has actually started? Because Aki is here and all. So? Yeah, so? Could you two stop agreeing with each other a single second here and stop thinking about how fucking weird that is? Why is my little brother hanging around in our date? Oh, come on, Burrito. You don't have to look so serious. I was joking. I just felt weird inviting myself to lunch at your place. So that was it? Sheesh, you're so fussy. You're pretty much already an unofficial fourth member of our household anyway. Not like you need anyone's permission. Well, of course I do. Manners are important. Yeah, that sounds more like you, alright? Okay, I'll play along. Would you like to stay for lunch, Shoichi? Oh, yeah, I would. Thanks for the invite. Why acting all giddy over an invitation you asked me for? It's so weird. It's really nice. It's been a while since the four of us ate together. The four of us? All right, Mom is home. Really? Yeah, she had just started taking a bath when I came downstairs. She said Aniki was making a lot of noise downstairs and asked me to see what he was up to. I can imagine that. Oh, that's really nice, though. I don't usually have the chance to talk to Misaki-san. I never understand why you're so happy when you get to see my mom. Oh, I've known Misaki-san since I was a kid. She's like an aunt to me. And so, I'll have to see how you explain to your aunt that you're dating her son then. What? That's not... Aki-kun, don't laugh. You're breaking my heart here. Sorry, your action was really funny. Huh. It's weird. This kind of atmosphere should really have been very familiar to me by now. All that's missing is Hideka hanging around for it to become a copy of the scenes of my childhood I've grown so used to seeing. Yet it also feels different. I guess because my relationship with Shoichi is different. Relationships are weird sometimes. I'm not sure what to make of it. Hello there. Eartha Hector, is anybody home? I'm snapped out of my thoughts by the sound of Shoichi snapping his fingers in front of my face. Oh, sorry, I got distracted. Oh, I can tell. You had this crazy, thoughtful expression on your face. Is something the matter? Nah, not really. I'm just getting lost in a bit of nostalgia. Right? I was thinking the same thing. Oh, I can see what you mean. All we're missing is Hideka and it suddenly becomes a childhood memory. Whoa, were they really thinking the same thing as me? That's kind of awesome. Speaking of her, how's Hideka-chan? You should bring her around sometime. How's Hideka? You have some gall asking me that. We all know you've been feeding her inside information on Hector and I. Not my fault you guys were keeping her out the loop. It's because you stopped talking to her. Doesn't mean I had to too. Yeah, I don't blame you for that. I wasn't acting like the best older brother out there. She's really happy yesterday, though. Oh, really? Yeah, she's gushing about how she missed going out with Nii-chan. Shoichi might have tried to act nonchalant about it in the past. The mention of his sister being happy was enough to give him an indescribable look. Yeah, it's nice seeing him like that. I just leave it out there. You don't need to worry about me telling Hideka-chan about you guys. Never shared my suspicions about you two with her. I wasn't worried about that until now. Well, I just told you not to worry. And you telling me not to worry is what made me worry. Well, stop being so difficult. Guys, settle down. Don't tell us what to do. Aki and I both snap our attention to him, barking back at him at the same time. It's at times like these that I really start to see the family resemblance. Before we have a chance to continue our discussion, the sound of footsteps, soft and barely noticeable at first, begins to echo upstairs, reaching the stairs and making its way down. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, Shoichi-kun, I almost didn't see you there. Really? How do you manage that? Look how big he is. Oh, I'm not that much taller than you. Mom walks up to Shoichi, reaching up to his head, petting him gently. It's good to see your face. Oh, thank you. Hector's invited me to have lunch, sir. I hope that's all right with you. Of course it is. It's always good to have you around. I'm sure we have more than enough for... Uh-oh. Her eyes scan the rest of the kitchen, quickly following the ludicrous amount of pots and pans full of food I have lying around. Too many who even fit on the stovetop. Some have been dumped into glass containers that now rest atop the counter. What? Hector-kun, what is this? I got a bit ahead of myself. Do we even have any ingredients left? Anything in the freezer at all? I promise I'll go to the grocery store later today. Mom rubs her temples, sighing loudly. Don't bother. I doubt we'll need any for the foreseeable future. Sorry. At least you didn't make too big a mess. Actually, your Shoichi need to thank for that. He cleaned up what Aniki cooked. Oh. You don't have to throw your brother under the bus. I know. Aki, you suck. Don't talk like that for your brother. Fine. The little shit hides behind Mom, cheekily shooting off his tongue while laughing under his breath at me. I swear, your personality regressed at least 5 years whenever Mom is around. Well, at least we already know there won't be a lack of food, so you know it won't be a problem. Always good to have you around, Shoichi-kun. I don't see you quite as often as I like anymore. Oh, thank you. Oh, I've been very busy lately, I'm sure. Not that I'm comparing my workload to yours, Ma'am. Oh, don't be like that. You're allowed to have troubles of your own. Someone else having more or fewer problems doesn't invalidate your own. Aki, help me set the table. Okay. Mom quickly walks up to a nearby cabinet, grabbing a few plates and handing them over to Aki. She continues to chat us up, keeping most of her attention on Shoichi. Her tail wags excitedly behind her. Seeing her like that makes me want to laugh, but I somehow manage to contain the urge. So, tell me, Shoichi-kun, what have you been up to? I hope school hasn't been too difficult. Oh no, not at all. Dad's been a bit more strict than usual, making me study, but that's just because of the college entrance exams looming close by. Do make sure to take time off yourself, though. There's no point working yourself to exhaustion. If you don't handle your stress levels, you won't be able to function properly. Right. That really doesn't sound convincing at all coming from you, Mom. Imagine you failing one. Oh, thanks. That's really nice of you to say. Will you be spending the day with us? I'll be busy for a bit longer, but I can rush through my work to make time to spend with you boys. No. Hector and I actually have plans. We were going to eat out together, but there's so much food in here, we decided to stay. Is that so? What are your plans? Our plans? That's, what's wrong? It's nothing. We were just going to spend the day, out. Yes, I got that much. But doing what? Are you going to the movies or something? Well, that's, we were going to go to the park. Really? That sounds lovely. Which park? The Kukishobu Park. Oh, that one is beautiful. My work colleagues love it too. The girls in my office talk about how they go on dates there often. Did you know they have some pedal boats? I had no idea. Right, I guess it is like that. Huh. Mom might be totally oblivious, but just from the look on Shuichi's face, I can already imagine what his plans are. Guess it won't be a surprise now anymore. Now Shoichi is shooting me a bunch of coy looks. It's really cute to see him looking all flustered. He always acts self-assured. It's nice to see him embarrassed. I wish I could get him like that on demand. It'd be a great way to get back at him for embarrassing me all the time. Have you ever been to Kukishobu before? It's a bit out of the way. Where is it even? I've never been there. It's, a bit outside of town. How far? About as far from us as we are from Tokyo, I'd say. Just on the opposite direction. Whoa, that's pretty much on the neighbouring city by that point. Not really. It's a bit out of the way, but it's still in Saitama. It'll probably take you at least an hour to get there. Maybe your kid should pack some leftovers you can eat while you're there. If you go in that far just to have a day off, you should at least stay for the sunset. It's pretty beautiful there. Yeah. I'm surprised you've been there before, with how far it is. When did you even find time? Oh, this was years ago, way before I started working on cases for the Supreme Court. I definitely don't have time to make that sort of trip now. The time it would take me to make the trip is about all the free time I can even find. Mom, I hope you realise how sad that sounds. I know, it's alright. Once we're done working on these cases, I should be able to take at least a full month of vacation. Really? That sounds awesome. When should we be finished with those? In a couple of years, probably. Oh. Way to get our hopes up for nothing. I'm doing my best, sweetie. These things just take time. I hope you realise I'll be out of the country by then. That's an objective fact. Mom finishes readying the table for us, clapping her hands together as if to call for an ending conversation, turning back to us with a wide smile. That's enough of that now, though. Come on, let's eat. It's not often we have the chance to eat together as a family, even more so having Shoichi-kun over. Yeah, sure. Come on, Shoichi, you can sit next to me. All right. Don't forget to wash your hands before you eat. Got it. Momsy's been in a really good mood today. Is all of that just because Shoichi is here today? Be nice if it was. I guess this kind of thing is nice too. An hour later. Once we were done with lunch, Mom seemed to waste no time in basically shooing us out the door. Shoichi tried his best to put up a fight, insisted on helping clean up, but she threw a fit about how a guest isn't supposed to be cleaning up in the first place. When Shoichi kept pushing, I thought for sure I was about to witness a homicide, but Mom seemed to have taken it in stride. You're lucky she loves you, dude. It's really not fun when she loses her patience. However, as soon as we left the house and began our walk to the station, Shoichi fell unnervingly silent. I tried making small talk here or there, but he'd only respond with one-word answers or grunts for the most part. Every passing second I get more and more nervous about it. I don't like being the only person talking. I can't help feeling like something has him upset. Can't be because Mom wouldn't let him help on the clean-up, can it? Please, God, tell me my boyfriend is not enough overdue to be upset over something like that. I'm begging you here. Are you okay? And there it is again. Holy crap, I'm really not imagining this, am I? Taking a deep breath for courage, I walk in front of Shoichi, stopping him on his tracks and turning around to face him. Okay, that's enough. Spill. What? Why are you sulking? I'm not. You're not going to tell me not being allowed to clean was enough to ruin your mood, are you? My mood is fine. No, it's not. You're being super difficult. How am I being difficult? You're barely even talking to me. I'm talking to you now, aren't I? That's not what I mean, knucklehead. Shoichi, you better tell me what's going on, or I swear to God I'm turning around and heading back home. You're not serious. Fine. Let it never be said I'm not a man of my word. Once the last thread of patience I had left snapped, I merely walked past the husky, leaving him dumbfounded on the street. I barely made 5 steps before he rushed after me, grabbing him by my wrist and spinning me around to face him again. Let go. Stop, I'm sorry, okay? Please don't walk out on me. Then spill. I didn't mean to, it's just that... Just that what? I wanted it to be a surprise. Huh? Our date. I wanted my plan to be a surprise. Misaki-san kind of ruined it. That's what this is about? Are you kidding me? No, this kind of thing's important to me, okay? We haven't really had an actual official date before. We've had a few. Well, spending time together like we always do isn't a date. Or at least I don't want the bar to be that low. I'm a bit flattered, but Jesus, man, you really went about this all wrong. So what, Mom accidentally figured out your plans and that made you upset just because of that? I wouldn't say I'm upset, I'm just... Okay, I'm upset. Holy crap, just getting that of him was worse than pulling a tooth out. It's not that big a deal. How can you say that? It's probably our first real date since we started going out. Probably? Well, it's not like I've kept track of everything we've done so far. We've had dates before, we've gone out for walks, you've taken me out for ice cream, for food. This is hardly the first time. I say, completely aware of the fact I'm a dirty hypocrite, since that's not at all as thinking of myself earlier today. Shoichi doesn't need to know that, though. The last thing he needs is validation of his insecurities. Well, it doesn't count. Why the hell not? Well, because I didn't invite you out for a date. We just went places without thinking too much about it. You have got to be kidding me. There's a certain etiquette to this kind of thing. You can't just do whatever you want to call it a date. You have to go about it a certain way. Jesus, since when are you this old-fashioned? If we go and have fun together as a couple, what difference does it make whether you called it a date when you invited me out or not? It's so difficult. Not to mention that, if what you're saying is true, we've had sex before having our first real date as a couple. I wonder why your sense of etiquette didn't kick in when you were trying to get laid. Funny how that worked. I'm letting myself get all bitter again. This isn't good. Change the subject, Hector. Change the subject. So, what are the plans? Well, these really cute pedal boats in the shape of swans at the park's lake. Anyone can rent them. I was kind of hoping if we get one and watch the sunset together from the lake. I have to admit, that sounds really nice. Right. That's why I'm so annoyed your mum ruined the surprise. She didn't know about it. She was just excited. Well, I know that. Then why are you still annoyed? I don't know. I don't have all the answers, okay? No. I don't expect you to have all the answers when it comes to random stuff happening around us. I do expect you at least be able to give me a reasonable explanation of what the hell is going on in that head of yours. It can be such a pain sometimes. Well, forgive me for being sentimental. I thought our date was as good a time as any to let you know I have feelings. This isn't about being sentimental. You're just throwing a tantrum because things aren't going absolutely perfectly like you planned them. Which kind of sounds a bit like a bit of a pattern with you now I think about it. You can't be serious. I just wanted to do things right, especially after what? Oh, nothing. Forget I said anything. You're going to go quiet on me again? Make up your mind already. Look, it doesn't matter whether it's a surprise or not. Your idea is amazing. I know we're going to have fun no matter what. Can you stop being so bitter about it? Well, the surprise was totally ruined, though. Oh my God. Will you let this go? Come on, big guy, you're sulking again. I'm allowed to sulk a bit. I wanted things to be perfect. Yes, I'm aware. You've said so about it. You don't need to keep repeating yourself. So fussy. At a time like this, the best strategy for diffusing Shoichi's toddler tantrum will probably be taking a quick look around and make sure no one else is nearby to see us. If I'm going to do this, I need to be quick. While Shoichi's too busy kicking the floor, mumbling under his breath to pay any attention to me, I quickly wrap my arms around him, passing them below his armpits and pulling him close to me. What are you... Before he has a chance to run his mouth and ruin it, I stretch my neck a bit, capturing Shoichi's lips with mine. His entire body tenses up, caught completely by surprise by my sudden advance. There's one thing I've learned since we started dating, is that Shoichi loves kisses. I feel a bit dirty using it as basically a way of getting him to stop sulking, but I don't have any better ideas at the moment. And, well, I'm not going to complain about kissing. Guess I'm a little biased towards it myself now. Finally, his brain seems to catch on to what's happening, telling his body to relax against my embrace. Shoichi wraps his own arms around mine, leaning into the kiss, his tongue pushing its way inside my mouth. The fur on my back of my neck stands at attention, not being prepared for this sudden intrusion. I try to pull away on reflex, but Shoichi's grip around me tightens and... Ha! I'm spun around again, suddenly being pushed up against a wall, or maybe pinned would be a more accurate way of describing it. Shoichi... My protest fall on deaf ears, my lips are once again captured with no chance for escape. My grip around Shoichi's back tightens, with my fist clutching the fabric of his shirt against my claws. What was at first a gesture of my own making suddenly leaves me caged and defenceless. This is bad. He's completely losing control again. And we're in public. No, more than that, I didn't sign up to go this far. Shoichi's hands travel lower and lower, making me yelp into Shoichi's mouth when I feel something brush against the base of my tail. Shoichi's big muscular tongue keeps pushing its way inside my mouth, probably taking my own, trying to push him away as some kind of encouragement. Stop, this isn't a good time. We haven't discussed this. This is exactly what I've been worried about for a while now. You're taking it too far. Suddenly, Saya-chan's words echo with scary clarity inside my mind. If you're not comfortable even talking about it with your boyfriend, there's no way you're going to be ready to do it. Just tell him you don't want to. If you're that uncomfortable with how things are between the two of you, the last thing you should do is carry on as if things were happening. That's not fair to either of you. I don't want this. A bit uneasy about how things have been going with us exactly because of this. This is too much too fast. Before I even catch what I'm doing, I put my hand squarely on Shoichi's chest, put all my strength behind a single push that throws him away from me. Barely. Oh, what are you doing? Time out. Seriously, you need to stop. What's wrong? You're too fast. Huh? You're moving too fast. It's making me really uncomfortable. I just want to give you a quick kiss to cheer you up. I wasn't okay with being felt up and making out in public, especially when you push me against the wall and make it so I can't say no. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I certainly hope so. If you did know I was uncomfortable and still, well, that would be horrible of you. Shoichi, you lose control way too fast. And you're so pushy. I've been feeling like this for a while now, but I didn't know how to say it. And then you do this. I make an empty gesture at the air. My eyes looking anywhere but at him right now. I feel ashamed. I shouldn't be feeling like this, should I? I should be happy my boyfriend is this into me, shouldn't I? There must be something wrong with me to be feeling this way, right? You're pushy. You said I've been pushing you to doing things. You're really forward and really sexual. It's okay at first when it's just an innocent touch here or there. But you're getting more and more, I don't know, like this. For I knew I don't even have time to think about it. We're having sex, and we ended up going all the way on our first time too, without me having any time to prepare for it. You said that was okay. I know. I asked you about it after, and you told me there's nothing wrong with it. I knew it was bad, but you insisted on saying it wasn't. I know, I felt bad. I don't want to hurt your feelings. You've been so hard on yourself, and I didn't want you to feel that bad. Especially since you just told me the day before about how you're having a hard time at home, and you slept with me out of pity. No, of course not. You're taking that way out of context. You really wanted, and I didn't know how to say no. I'm sorry, that was my fault. Shoichi looks down at his feet, his eyes darting around, not focusing on anything in particular, a storm of thoughts and emotions flashing through them all at once. It's not just me that has a really expressive face. Shoichi takes a step in my direction. I hold my breath. He doesn't notice and keeps walking, standing side by side with me and leaning with his back against the wall. So, all this time, I've been making you uncomfortable? Yeah. You didn't say anything? You have a real nasty habit of blaming yourself and punishing yourself way too harshly for the smallest things. I didn't want to watch you do that again. And you didn't want to do it when we... Yeah. Only silence hangs between us, so heavy that feels like it's pulling me down. I want to run. I want to be anywhere but here. I don't like this kind of atmosphere. I don't like standing up for myself. I don't want to leave Shoichi looking like this. He's so mad at me. There's no way he wouldn't be upset. And yet, I wish you told me. Yeah. All I wanted was things to go a little slower. I thought if I managed to just grin and bear it, I'd get used to it eventually, and then I wouldn't mind it so much. It's a terrible thing, though. I don't want my boyfriend to grin and bear it every time I want to be intimate with him. I know, I'm sorry. You don't have to apologise. I mean, I do wish you hadn't kept it a secret for so long. The idea that, as I forced you to... I'm at least 50% responsible for that, though. I consented when I really shouldn't have. Still, I couldn't tell at all. You're my boyfriend. You'd figure I should at least be able to tell when you're uncomfortable. I have nothing to say to that. Part of me wants to reach out and tell him he shouldn't blame himself so much, but I won't lie. I've been thinking the same thing to myself lately. I'd have to say something. Why can't you just notice I'm uncomfortable and stop? I'm definitely not innocent in this. I had every opportunity to speak my mind and didn't. When you think about it, it's pretty awful of me. But it's pretty difficult to keep it in check. I'm not going to lie. Even now I'm pretty sure I was holding back. Excuse me, you were holding back? Yeah, I never really felt like this before. I've had times when I get a bit riled up, but that was just a mood that would strike me every now and again. It wasn't particularly bad or difficult to deal with. Now we're dating, I just a real hard time dealing with my libido. I constantly want to grab you and, well, you can imagine the rest. I swallow a couple of times, picturing a bunch of different scenarios in my mind, each one making my face redder than the last. I've had half a dozen of them. I have to shake my head violently to push them out of my mind. Otherwise I'm going to end up overheating. That's flattering? I don't know what to say. I'll try my best to keep it in check. I definitely don't want to make you uncomfortable. Hell, it's a really scary thought. I might end up pushing you away without even knowing where I did. Please don't do that to me, Burrito. If I'm doing something wrong, you have to tell me so I can fix it. Yeah. I feel even more guilty than I felt before. Kinda wish I hadn't said anything. I'm also happy to have done it. I don't know how to feel right now. This date is a disaster, isn't it? Sorry. Don't apologise, I'm the one who messed up here. But seriously, Burrito, stop. I'm barely keeping it together as it is. Okay, sorry, I'll zip it now. Can we take a few minutes? I think I need to sit down and clear my head for a bit. Yeah, of course. If we keep going, we'll reach the bench, but... At the word, Shoichi's back slides on the wall as his butt firmly plants itself on the ground. Oh, we can sit here. At school too. You're freaking out. I'm not freaking out. Why are we freaking out? Everything's cool. We're cool. We had a heart and everything is super cool. Coolio. Coolio? Give me a break, I'm trying. Sorry. My head hurts. I want to go home. We sit around in silence, marinating in our own thoughts for what felt like hours. I'm fairly sure it was more than a few minutes. Is it just me or is the day kind of ruined? I'm not sure. Do you still want to go down that date or... I am not too sure what to say here. Obviously I want to spend more time with him. It's not like I brought that up because I wanted to ruin our evening. I really was looking forward to today, and I got even more excited when I found out about what he's planning. Is it too bad that I still want to go? No, not at all. There's no way that would be bad. Really? Do you seem a bit, I don't know, out of it? This whole thing was a shock. I'm not sure what to think. I'm sure once I get back home and have time to myself to really reflect on it, I'll have more to say on it, but for now I'm trying to not. You don't want to think about it? I don't let it ruin our plans. I really want to give you a fun day out and make you happy. I know how badly I've been screwing up. I want to do even more so. If you're still up for it, of course. I'm not going to make you do anything you don't want to, I promise. Do you really have to sound so sincere? Makes me feel guilty. Which, still totally my fault, but... yeah, I think that's okay. Oh, good, I'm glad. Shoichi puts his hands on his knees, getting up and back on his feet with one single quick motion. He pats his butt, knocking off any dirt or pebbles that might have stuck to his clothes. I have to force my eyes away from the area. Come on, we wasted enough time, and your mom was right. Kukishobu Park is a ways away. I don't want to get there too late and find out all there are no more boats left to rent. I nod, trying to follow suit. However, I'm quickly interrupted by a hand being waved in front of my face. When I look up, I see Shoichi, the entire front of his body dark with shadow as the sun shines brightly in the sky right behind him, offering me a hand. The sight is nostalgic. Without hesitation, I grab onto the hand is offered to me, being quickly pulled back to my feet. And, I'd appreciate if you didn't tell Aki-kun about this. He's only just learned about us dating. I'd really rather him not having a bad impression of me as your boyfriend so soon. Oh yeah, so I was definitely going to rush to my 12-year-old little brother and complain about what a horny, pushy jerk my boyfriend is. Point made, but still, shut up. I laugh, following behind Shoichi as he turns around and walks away with a final huff. Despite the feeling of anxiety gnawing at the pit of my stomach, I feel a little bit better now. Maybe it's just the calm before the storm. Or maybe I really did do the right thing after all. Is it too much to hope that things go well from now on? A few hours later, as Shoichi and I move around on the boat, the gentle swishing and swaying of it in the water causes a few water droplets to splash around, finding their way to my legs and thighs. The air in here is surprisingly fresh. It feels good. It took us almost 2 hours to finally get here, thanks in most part to some kind of accident in the train line that stopped the one we were in. When we finally arrived, Shoichi had to sit on the grass while we talked. If the mood was a bit off at first, the more time we spent here, the better I started to feel. Before I realised that we were laughing and goofing off like we usually do. It was such a relief. As sunset approached, Shoichi got back to his feet, telling me we should hurry as most of the boats seemed already been taken. This place is way busier than I thought it'd be. Oh, it's Sunday. That's to be expected. Sure, but the park's also really far. I didn't think so many people would be coming over. Well, it's because we live far from it doesn't mean everyone does. Distance is relative where you are. Oh, so that's what it was. Thank you, Professor. I was having a hard time understanding how distance works. Professor? Did you like it? I have a few other nickname ideas. I can print a PDF for you later if you want. I'm good. You sure? I can get very creative when I'm called for. I'm very sure. I know it'd haunt me forever if I agreed. Are you calling my nicknames bad? Certainly not calling them good. I can toss you in the water. Keep that in mind. Well, if you do that, I'm pulling your feet. Don't do that. That's dangerous. Well, don't throw me in the water. How else would you learn? Learn what? I'm not to be crossed. Are you trying to make no sense? Pretty much. You seem to like it when I do. Your tail is going a mile a minute. What? Shoichi tenses up, whipping his head around in a single fast motion look at his tail, which continues to sit still on the back of the boat. No, it's not. Made you look, though. I might be the one pushing you into the water. Careful, I'll pull on your feet and drag you with me if you do. We've done a full 180 now. Ain't that funny? I hate you. Fairly sure you love me. If I said it out loud, it'd probably make things awkward. I'm still not quite at the point where I'm comfortable saying that back, so I really shouldn't bring it up. Sunset really is beautiful here, though. Right. Shoichi placed his hand on my knee, making me immediately tense up. Don't worry, I promise I won't try anything. Yeah, sorry, it's on reflex. You don't need to apologise. He gives a gentle tap to my knee, brushing it light with his thumb, but otherwise making no further move. I want you to always feel safe with me. God damn it. Way too nice for your own good. Thanks. I lean against him, resting my head on his shoulder and watching the peaceful sunset as it dyes the sky orange. In a matter of a few more minutes, this moment will be gone. The sun will have set. The sky will grow dark again. But I'm happy to be here. Hey, burrito? Yeah? I'm just sticking with me despite everything. Same goes for you. You couldn't get me to leave you even if you tried. Shall I put that to the test? Oh, please don't. We laugh, enjoying the closeness. You know, this lake is filled with the couples watching the same sunset. It still feels like this moment is just for us. Don't even care who might be looking. I'm glad I came here today. In fact, I'm just glad to be by Shoichi's side right now, no matter where we are. I'll still be glad tomorrow and every day after that. I'm excited to see where things will continue to go with the two of us. So yes, there will be more tennis ace coming up. The next video will actually be Monday, as it's a long weekend here in Canada. So I'll be recording the latest update for Supernova. That just got a public update recently. So that will be Monday's video. And then the following weekend will be potentially Lyre, maybe Burrows. I don't have my schedule handy, but we'll be going back to one of those anyway. So yeah, that is the upcoming. As I say, one video and series I'm doing, sending a new update, I will be popping those into the schedule, either adding them on if they're short or just switching around what I'd planned. So that will be Monday, as I say. And that also causes more problems. My patrons, I sent you one schedule and it will change, but that's how things are. So I'll do my best to keep everyone updated. And speaking to my patrons, thanks to all of you. I really appreciate what you do. And my top patrons are Kartek, Cobus Visser, Bastian, Brian Hall, Tiger Cub, Eda Corval, Dissonance, Grizz, Spiderling, Kopi, Sindri Dragonwolf, Evan King, Exak, Aaron Fox, Mohammed Al Zamel, Andy Peng, Sabuto, Omar, Nova Starburn, Harvest Mouse Productions, Bieka, Rafu, Mario Cervantes, and Matt Kenya. So, thanks to you all, and thanks for watching. And I will, now things have calmed down away from the channel, be setting up a couple of new things, or just appear here and there. Nothing too major, no major changes going on here, just to make things look a little nicer when I'm doing certain videos. So I'll be working on those, and I'll share those with my patrons first. So something else, but just keep watching. That's always good for me, and hope you enjoy them. Until Supernova, bye for now.